We're going to be installing this brand new stainless steel header designed for competition racing to see if we can increase our horsepower, 0 to 60, and our cool factor with more shiny under the hood.
What's up everyone, welcome back to Sands Brothers.
Headers began where all cool things do. Southern California. By the late 1950s, dudes like Sandy Ballund, Bob Hedman, and Doug Thorley had made names for themselves for their header design and manufacturing. Headers were first used in competition racing, then in drag cars and hot rods. Eventually, headers became a mass-produced accessory for everyday enthusiasts like him. Now, the exhaust manifold here is the first step in your engine's exhaust system. Well, headers are meant to replace that. Headers are way less restrictive, and in contrast to the manifold, headers have these equal-length pipes, creating balanced cylinder output and reducing excess back pressure. Basically, your engine just gets to breathe better. There are three main benefits that headers provide. The first one, obviously, is better exhaust flow, but the last two are what we're gonna be looking for: more horsepower and increased torque.
Where is it? There it is. We are having trouble getting some of these nuts off here, so we're going to take a minute and just take the whole AC compressor off of there so that we can get to the last one nut that's still holding the header on, the manifold on.
Never see that again.
All right, so if you can see right here, I don't know if you can see that, that is a bunch of carbon buildup. And check out this EGR pipe. This is why we don't like EGR. That's what we think of EGRs.
That's good.
All right, so we got the AC compressor removed and out of the way. It was just connected to this bracket here, and we pulled the last nut off of the manifold. We're about to remove that now. This is coming out for the first time here, and the whole time we've owned the vehicle. Oh my word, look at all of that carbon buildup. No wonder this thing is burning. So rich. Oh, we don't need this. Check out this gasket, man. Oh boy. All these parts are all plugged up. We're gonna have to clean that out for sure.
We just cut off the old piece of the exhaust system that goes from the old manifold into the rest of the system, so that now we can put in this new piece that will just slide over the old pipe and bolt up to the new shiny headers.
We are going to be deleting the EGR system. This header set came with the ability to hook that up, but since that robs horsepower, torque, fuel economy, we're going to be deleting that. And the good news is this gasket that comes with the set is going to be able to delete that for us. We're just gonna pop this on right here, right there, and it's gonna cover up all those ports. So now we don't have to worry about horsepower blowing out of this valve right here. All right, notice right here, see this header pipe coming down right here, and then this stud right there? I'm not physically able to get this nut on. So simply, before you put any of the other nuts on, pull this side out, slip that right on, and you'll be able to snug it down because it's fine. There, you see?
Yeah, put them all on.
Oh, sure. Just gonna trim it up like this one too. Ooh, not gonna fit.
Trying to figure out how to get the end here over that pipe and get this other end up in here. There we go. The exhaust system hangs naturally right here like this, but the header is not lining up here. I have to push the whole system back to get it lined up. So we need to cut a little bit off of here to make it fit on there right. Still pushes it back a little bit, but it's much better than it was.
This gasket, about right there down the bottom. Perfect. Got it. Alright, got that one on. Alright, it's the next day. Installed the mid-pipe down there. This goes from the base of the header to just in front of the catalytic converter. Everything's all tightened up. The only thing is down here under the car. We have to get this spot welded up to the old pipe. If you can see up under here, there is a little bit of clearance we have to do right there about beneath the oil pan. It's should be easily solved. Isaiah is gonna take this over to his shop, and we're going to just kind of trim anything we need to be trimmed. We're going to clearance anything that needs to be clearanced, and then weld it up and see how that works from there. I believe after that we're taking it to the dyno, so that's pretty exciting. We got to put the AC compressor and bracket back on. We got to put the serpentine belt on, and then the charcoal canister, and try to reconnect something, some part of the AGR system. Okay, just wanted to let you know really quick, whenever you're threading bolts into aluminum, start them by hand first, okay? You never want to put them in a mend pack and just run them right in. You'll easily strip the threads, okay? Just remember that. Don't forget it, it's important. All this is gonna do is read clean air, I hope. I have a picture on my phone that shows me where those went. Header sound check!
Hold on, it's spitting oil. Where? There's like fluid coming out of this thing here.
Definitely not as loud as I thought it would be. So, what's going on right now is this is the old AGR system, okay? So it's supposed to take exhaust puffs from here and puff it into there. Well, this is a little vacuum line, which is also doing puffing and sucking and all those things and trying to put it back in here. Since there's not the right amount of puffing here and the right amount of sucking here, it's pushing it out. So we'll just make a block off plate and be good to go. By creating this little block off plate, we're gonna be sliding it on here, covering up that hole, and then sealing it with this gasket on top so that the flow simply comes out of the motor, goes through the AGR valve, and into the charcoal canister. All right, exhaust sound check, take 2. It sounds so good! I'm so excited. I've always wanted to put headers on this car.
Doing our first test drive, here we go. It crackles, dude.
Did you hear that?
I did. It's got this like...
I love the little... I love it. Top notch. Like I for a little 100 horsepower car that makes 103 on a good day and 102 on
in a rainy day.
On a rainy day,
yeah.
That's not much difference. Hopefully we, especially once we get the full exhaust. Hopefully we're gonna see 5 horsepower gains, and that's worth it to me.
Yeah.
Like little things that help make your driving experience in a daily driver that much better.
Right. Wow, dude. It's all like golden from the heat now.
Nice. Ooh, it's bluing out too.
Yo, like right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of blue. So we had 101 horsepower on the last pull. So with a header, I don't have any research to back this. I'm gonna say our pull is gonna say 105. Okay, honestly, I'm thinking the same thing. Way back in the day when Dad was putting headers on his V8s, he said it gave him about 3 horsepower. So for like 103, I'm gonna say like 106, 107. So I'm gonna say 105. You're gonna say 106, 107? Yeah, 107. 107, 105. We'll see what happens. As of this morning, we have 81 subscribers and like almost 950 views on our last video. So that is a huge milestone for us in the beginning of our YouTube journey. So yeah, big exciting stuff going on.
And only 5 or 6 videos in.
6 videos. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We're gonna take this over to Isaiah's. We're gonna have him weld up that mid pipe and just close that up to our exhaust.
All right, we are about to cut the exhaust pipe off because there's a flange that we cannot get unbolted, and then we're gonna weld the new header to the old system.
Well, did you get it?
I liked that I saw it move when that nut came off, because that means it should come apart easily.
Perfect.
Hey,
There, you got it.
all right, we need the wrench to take that off.
Oh, why did you say that?
I have a knife. One-handed, here we go. Come on. Hey.
Yeah, so here we are off to SD Racing again to run the dyno pulls to check out the horsepower gains with our new header. Woo! Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Burritos?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a good one. She was so sweet. Here it is. Ah, world's greatest burrito. How, McDonald's? How? It finally happened. We're back. We're here. I backed in next to all these cool cars. Right in there is the dyno. It's already got the ramp set up and everything. This is perfect. SD Racing. We installed the just a header but it's still stock exhaust.
Okay, so now we've got intake
and header. Yes. Is wrapping those headers worth anything or not as far as like?
Naturally aspirated is not so much. It would be more so if you had electrical wires or something kind of near it to do it. Turbo, yes, it'd be beneficial, honestly. Header wrap usually ends up leading to deterioration of welds because header wrap will hold onto water.
Okay.
So if the steel or whatever filler rod was used was not applied correctly or properly, or we've got 2 dissimilar types of steel on there, stainless and or you got different alloys.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Of steel. So we got 2 different alloys. 304 tends not to. 409 tends to have rust issues. So a lot of the cheaper headers and stuff are made of 409, not 304.
Oh, okay.
But header wrap usually it'll hold water, and that's the thinnest part of the exhaust is where the weld is. So if anything, it would be a ceramic coating.
Ceramic coating? Okay.
If anything, but naturally aspirated, you're not gonna see any benefit other than sitting in traffic.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
Like I said, turbo, yes, and it'll give you a little bit cooler underhood temps while you're driving.
Right.
But especially the way you've got your hood back there, if it is pulling air, that's more beneficial. And the only downside to cast is how much heavier it is, or even putting air into.
Okay, so we have colder intake, headers, and stock exhaust. So we'll see how this goes. Barometric pressure, humidity, and temperature, I think are the 3 things that affect it most. Alright, so in an earlier video we tested our completely stock Saturn SL2 and it was putting out 104 foot-pounds of torque and 103 horsepower at the wheel. And you can check out that initial video up here. Once we installed the cold air intake, we saw those numbers actually drop. Our torque came down 2 foot-pounds to 102 and our wheel horsepower fell down to 101. If you're interested in watching that cold air intake install video, you can check that out up here in the right-hand corner. Now here we've installed the header and you can see those numbers have come up. We see an increase of 5 foot-pounds of torque as well as a gain of 4 additional horsepower at the wheel. And now we're headed off to a government-sanctioned closed road course in Argentina to see if those higher numbers improve our 0 to 60 times. Now the stock 0 to 60 for a 2002 Saturn SL2 is 8.9 seconds. We're looking to beat that today. We have our race box set up here to check our 0 to 60 time, and we're going to be using this to test just how much faster these modifications allow us to go. We'll need to both get into the middle of the road. You know what I'm saying? So you should probably be in the truck, and then once the light turns red, we both pull out to the middle. You guys ready?
Yeah, rolling.
All right. Stock 0 to 60, 8.9 seconds. Hey! All right. The first run, 0 to 60, 9.91. Second run, 0 to 60, 9.44. Third run, 0 to 60, 992, 926, 984. Run 6, 8.93.
Oh.
Run 7, oh, I didn't get one run 7. Best results of 7 runs, 0 to 60, 8.93.
Wow, so it's
still right on. We're making what this anticipates as stock. Now my tires are worn down, so the initial grip is low. So there was that, like every time there was some poor traction and stuff. So I could see that being a little better, like versus having like brand new tires, but same. 8.93, even a little above. But yeah, well, so much for that. But I'm glad we could, you know, find out what was doing it. Sounds really good, super good.
Absolutely.
Great job, everybody. Let's get up for a team. We got our man Tris here filming. We got Isaiah driving, Big Ben filming. Man, everyone,
Great time.
everything turning out so good, so good. Now, a modification like a header is super cool and it does look great under the hood and it is kind of a flex, but unless you have ways to utilize that new flow like a turbo or a really good tune, you're not going to see any real power gains, and I hope this video has shown you that. So if you're planning on sending it, have a few more things in place to help assist that. Otherwise, it's just going to be a big hit on your wallet. I hope this video has been helpful. You know, let us know in the comments what you'd like, you know, and can't talk.